Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie back with Charles Warren's Presents. How you want to be called? Just Charles or
Not by my product names. My Charles is fine.
okay, Charles is back. We are here for our Big Brother Week 1 fantasy update. You have to forgive us. We was with the Queen Bee over the weekend, so the video is late. But what did we decide? Thursdays after the episode will be our end of the week fantasy reviews. Right, Charles?
Yes, that works.
Okay, so yes, forgive us. We were with the Queen Bee. And just real quick, that was the most amazing time ever. That was my first time seeing Beyonce, so it was everything to me. And if you didn't know, me and Charles met up, linked up in the same place at the same time for Queen Bee, and that was amazing too. We are like instant best friends. Like we weren't strangers at all.
Yeah, it felt strangely normal.
Yeah, that's a good way of saying that. Like very strangely normal. It
Yeah.
shouldn't have been normal. It should have been like get to know you.
Yeah, but we just
Uh-huh.
on in. Like, look, what you want to eat? Where we going?
Right. It was a good time. Yes, I'm doing a Beyonce story time after this because Charles has to go play tennis. So I'm gonna get my Beyonce story time in. And after that, it'll be a challenge recap because I did watch the second episode of the challenge. So since we have a lot to talk about, let's get into week one. Week one was the Riley HOH. Riley really didn't have to nominate anyone. She just took two people off the block, and those two people were Jared and
Corey.
Corey.
Hmm.
So we had Kirsten and Felicia as nominees. Blah, blah, blah. A whole bunch of stuff went on week one, a lot of gameplay. Here we go. Someone drops the N word. Luke gets the boot. We're all in fantasy Twitter land like, oh, ain't gonna be no eviction. Kirsten is gonna stay in this house. And then CBS said,
Gotcha.
somebody getting up out of here today. So Kirsten is gone. There is no battle back because they told the big secret of Jared and Julie kind of spilled all the tea. And you know, once Julie spills the tea, that means you to the house or the jury house or your regular house, one of them houses you are
Absolutely.
at. And that's the end of week one. I had a really good fantasy week because I had Riley as HOH. We're going to look at our team updates and then we're going to roll into team two and talk about the strategy, not team two, but the strategy of week two.
Yeah, week one, we did okay for my particular team. I had Jared, so I got plenty of points from him. It was just for me. What's his name? Not Sam. Is that his name? Matt. It's
Matt,
forgettable. Matt was not getting any points for week one. So, and I think everybody had Matt. Like a lot of teams had Matt.
everyone loved Matt. Do you think now that we're looking back at it, do you think Matt was a bad fantasy pick?
Um,
Because he's not getting any confessionals.
absolutely. He
He's
only
not
got
winning anything.
27 points. He had 27 points for week one, and for week two he has 9 points. So, and I kept him in the game thinking he could win the second HOH, but clearly not. Angie's in second place though, whooping ass. Third
I'm
place.
in second place, and y'all know I'm here for that. This is no, I'm in third place because Kiss My BB Cheeks is the account I can't figure out how to get back into. So I drafted the exact same team, but the lineups aren't the same week to week because I can't figure out how to get into it. So it's unfortunate that my backup mistake team is in second place and my real team is in third,
That's
but
still good. But shout out
I'll
to
take it.
Zuda. Zuda is right behind you.
Zuda, you better be in fourth place.
Mhm.
Okay. I love how most people have Kiss in their name or something so I can recognize who we're all playing with. And I'm happy that a lot of us are in the top 10 because look, there goes. Is that Vontae? I
That's
think that's Vontae, Kiss My Tay Tays.
Andrew. You passed Andrew. Um,
Where's Andrew? Oh, Andrew's in sixth.
mm-hmm.
We're doing really good. Where Charles, where you at?
I'm 20 something, 27, I think.
24 is not bad.
24. Yeah. That's
Dejan,
me.
you in 38. I think
You know,
that's thin.
for week one, I had Reilly on the bench. The biggest mistake was having Reilly on the bench, but who knew she was going to
But
win?
you know what mistake I made for week 2?
What's
Hassan is on the bench.
dang, yeah. So
And Charles reminded me 2 times, and I said you should have reminded me 3 because I forgot to set my lineup week 2. So Kirsten is wait, this team don't count. I forgot. That's my backup team. That one doesn't count. Good Kissing is the actual team I'm playing with. And Reilly had a ton of, I mean, HOH is going to get a lot of points because the HOH is going to get a lot of confessionals. If I look at my team as a whole, I feel like I have a lot of people playing hard, playing fast on my team. Like Reilly could easily be sent home this week. Hassan could easily be sent home next week based on the feeds. Um, Sari is a heavy hitter. Jag is kind of laying low. And Matt is a waste of points. Like Kirsten, who went home, I think had more points than Matt.
yeah, Matt seems like uh he's on the radar of the HOH, but he's not doing anything to solidify his spot in the game. So he might be going home with probably the fewest amount of points possible.
Do you think he has the potential for some upside later in the game?
I
Or is he
do.
just there for the cause?
And you know the craziest part, when we did our draft party, I was like, oh, I'm not sure about Matt. I was the one person like, oh, I'm taking Matt out. I'm not sure about him. And I should have stuck with that instinct, but I didn't. I left him in the game. Yeah, I think has the potential of winning something in the future, or
Look at
we
him in
have
my lineup for week 2.
mm,
9 points.
absolutely tragic. Now, with the first week, since we can go over that and get over it, we were able to drop somebody and pick up Sari. Hopefully, you
Mm-hmm.
guys did that because Sari's
Yes.
going to be in the game to stay. Um, do you feel it was fair for Kirsten not to get the opportunity to stay, or you think production made the right choice?
Okay. Let me take this down since we talking about a little bit of strategy or game.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like how many people are going to go home and this still lasts 100 days? Because I know there has to be some sort of battle back. Maybe it'll be a battle
Jury
back,
battle.
jury battle back. I don't know. But I'm not mad at Kirsten going home for 2 reasons. First, Kirsten is against my girl Sari, and I'm down for Sari. And Kirsten would have been another vote for the young people side. So I do root for everybody black, but I just root for Sari the most out of everybody black in the game, if that makes sense. And then
Yeah.
2, I wouldn't mind if Kirsten would have went home and then like they did that one season, the first 4 people evicted will have a battle back and it'll be like, okay, well, at least we know she has a chance to come back in. But it just felt very odd for her leaving after you already dismissed somebody for saying the N word and you knew somebody black was going home first based on who was sitting on the block. I just found it very odd for it to be final. Like, you gone, here go the tea about the season, girl. See you finale night. Like, I felt like it was just strange.
I agree. I feel the fact that we got somebody kicked out the house should have gotten they should have got the Taylor treatment. Somebody they should have been like, congratulations, you two are safe. We would have got to see clap hands and whatever happened. I think we would have still got the same second week HOH,
Mm-hmm.
but we have a divided house, which we love. We love a divided
I
house
love
when
a
we love
divided
it
house.
because you actually get to see people battle and see people not kiss the HOH ass all the fucking time. So excuse my language, but we get to see a true battle in the house. We have Izzy kind of running things on one side in her mind, and then we have Reilly kind of like heading stuff on the other side of the house. Um, I think we would have still got Hassan to win the second week HOH because he's winning everything right now. But I like it.
But even if they still wanted to do eviction, why not put her up in sequester somewhere and let there be a battle back?
I agree with that. They could have done that. I think it would have been interesting, but maybe production also saw her as a waste of time.
I think production didn't want another Taylor season. I don't think production wanted. Look, I'm gonna say it how I feel, and I've said it before, so this shouldn't be new to anyone who's regularly listened to me. It may be new to some of the new people. I don't think Taylor was the best player last season anyway. Like Taylor got a lot of, and I'm not mad at her for getting it because I don't appreciate the way that house treated Taylor, but a lot of it was like bully, bully, bully Taylor. Production jumps in, chastises the house, and like, oh, let's be nice because we want America to love us so Taylor can stay
Mm-hmm.
this week. And then bully, bully, bully Taylor production. So it was a lot. I don't think production wanted to have to do that again for another season because it was going that way where everyone was on Kirsten, and I felt like it was like, let's just get Kirsten out, and we don't want another Taylor 2.0. I know you didn't say Monty was robbed. Not over here.
Monty choked in that finale speech and in those questions. Um, Nobody was going to beat Taylor in that final two. Taylor's final two speech and the way she answered those questions was just way too good. Um,
Taylor knows how to give a
she
speech.
know how to talk.
Yes,
She knows how to talk. She was going to win as long as she was there in the final two. The whole "I am not a shield, I am the sword." I am the her speech was the speech of speeches. So I give it to her for
and
that.
by time, I don't know what happened from the time people. I don't know if once you exit out of the Big Brother house, all that evilness spirit evaporates from your body. But it seemed like as soon as people sat out there with Julie, I love Taylor. Oh my God, she's my best friend. Oh, I like it seemed like people forgot all the hateful stuff they said about her. And as soon as they got in jury, it was like, but
Well,
I do want to,
Taylor did do good jury management. We're not
she
going
did.
to stay on her for too long, but she before people went home, she worked on them right before they
She
left,
did.
and so the last thing they remember is positive things
The
about.
niceness.
Yeah.
I will agree with that. Taylor did have, I remember she gave away outfits for finale night and stuff like that. So Taylor is a good person. I love Taylor as I don't want to say character, but as the person I saw on Big Brother. But when it comes to game, I didn't think anybody played a good game last season except for Michael. I like Michael, but I didn't like some of the stuff he did. But we on 25.
We ain't
We're
talking.
not
Yeah.
going backwards.
Okay, so let's talk about the other LGBT person. Hassan.
Hassan.
Hassan has one HOH, so we're on to week
Mm-hmm.
two. Um, he comes in guns ablazing. He tells the house, "I already know who my options are." And Jared, you have this power, this opportunity to save somebody, but you do not touch Matt, Reilly, or Cameron. We saw that in this week's episode. So when he came back from the sunken place,
Matt.
Jared had the opportunity to send any one person to the sunken place and they would be safe for the week. Um, and we saw that he chose Jag.
Why wouldn't he choose his mama?
Because he felt that when he needed to choose someone, it needed to be somebody from the other side of the house so he can still mask himself as working with both.
Oh, play both sides. Yeah. Okay. Look, I haven't watched the episode, but I know what's going on in the house based on my Twitter updates. But I kind of want to watch the episode to see that. That's the kind of old school Big Brother I love to see.
Well, the episode was really good. I love the HOH competition. It reminded me of Four Corners. If any of y'all played Four Corners in elementary school where the teacher put stuff in the corners and y'all had to go to a corner, the dice rolling, the corner you get out. It was basically that. Everybody went to the sunken place, and then it was like a horror movie setup where there's a house, there's a garage, there's a shed, there's a car, and you had to hide at one of the spots based on the clues given from the little monster. And then they would basically, if you went to the wrong spot based on the clues, you were out. So it's kind of like Four Corners. It was fun. I think it was accessible for all ages. So, you know, Miss Felicia, she had the opportunity to win as well. I do think, however, it was hard to understand what they were saying in the microphone. So Matt, if Matt wasn't given prompt cards or any type of gestures, I think Matt had a disadvantage because even me at home, it was hard to understand. Ooh, they had to be 6 spiders and 2. If it sounds like that, somebody that is hearing impaired is not going to understand what's going on.
I agree.
How did y'all feel about the HOH comp? I thought it was fun. It's something I would want to do.
I'm kind of hoping, like what Zuda said, maybe he has a special earpiece so he could clearly hear the instructions. I don't know, but it just seems weird that you would cast a deaf person and make this big thing. He's the first deaf person in the house, and then not necessarily cater to him, but make it accessible.
Yeah, he did say, I saw him talking maybe last week to somebody. I think it was may have been Jag, saying that production, they're trying their best. Like, you know, they pull him to the side and they try to explain stuff to him. But when it becomes those like live, it wasn't live, but when the competitions where everybody is listening to the same thing, if he can't see the words, I don't know if they're doing a repeat for him. I don't know if that's even fair if they're going to keep breaking it down for him. But he should still get a visual. There should be some words, some prompt cards or something where everybody can read it.
Right. So even if you can't, like, you know me, Charles, I can't hear nothing. Like you be saying one thing like, who appetizer?
I told her Hassan won HOH. She was like, oh, Corey? She did shit twice. It's like, no, girl. Hassan.
I be hearing what I want to hear. But okay, so Hassan is HOH. He is a terror to the house, which I can't wait to watch because that's a good episode for me. And Reilly and Cameron are on the block. And the question of the night is Reilly the biggest threat in the house?
Yes.
You think so?
I'm back and forth about it, right? Because when it comes to the handful, their alliance, 3 of the guys have a crush on her. So if she is eliminated, they will kind of crumble, you know.
So you're saying Reilly is the glue of that alliance?
Yes, we've seen her and Matt rubbing knees and stuff this week on the show. Jag was, when I say from minute number 1, Jag became her tail and followed her throughout the whole house like he just saw the woman of his dreams. And then Cameron was talking about how cute she was and reminded him of his daughter. So those 3 men that are in her alliance that are attracted to her, I feel that they have no other reason to work together if she's gone. When she's gone, Jag is going to be a free agent. Matt is a lost puppy already. And then Cameron is next to go home because if he don't go home first.
Koki says Reilly is not the biggest threat. She's incapable of telling a lie and keeping a secret. Sari is the only one who sees it for some reason. That Reilly isn't the biggest threat. I see your point of view, Charles, where if Reilly goes, that whole alliance crumbles. But from word on the Twitter curb, they said that alliance has already crumbled and people want Reilly out. The only one that doesn't want Reilly out is Sari, and she's trying to gather votes. Like they said, the alliance already crumbled.
I don't go back and forth with Twitter because people on Twitter smoke crack.
Not me.
People on Twitter make shit up all the time. Yes, they're in shambles because they didn't win the HOH. But bitch, let me let y'all know. if Hassan did not win HOH and somebody on that side had won,
Yeah, they
they
would
would
have stuck
still be
together.
working together. And right now, Cameron, yes, he is up for an option because, again, you can't listen to Twitter all the time because Sari is not the only person that wants Cameron out. Jag is also trying to push to keep his girl safe. Jag really likes Reilly, so he's talking to people about trying to keep her there instead of Cameron. Um, yes, night one, Jag was up under her like. Anyways, but yeah, it's a possibility that Cameron could be going home. Sari is not the only person.
Your mom said Reilly is not dumb. She's just pretending.
And let's go based on stats for those that don't see it for Reilly. Reilly is like the only other person that has won a competition. So for y'all to say everybody else is weak and she ain't no, she's the only person that's been HOH other than
But
Hassan.
we seen about 10 people throw that HOH. They're like, ooh, we don't want to win this. Ooh. So I don't know.
Yeah, but we've also seen people after the fact lie about how well they did in the HOH comp or veto comp because they lost the competition. Um, to me, I don't know how big of a threat Reilly is in the overall game because she's cried how many times now? She cries every couple of days.
I'm happy I haven't saw that because that
Yeah.
would have been on my fast forward list. I just think it's week 2. And okay, Riley's the biggest threat because she won the
Mind you,
first
we're talking. We're
HOH.
just
I don't know.
we need to clarify what we're talking about when we say biggest threat. We're talking about biggest threat based on what Hassam said. Hassam has declared her the biggest threat to his game. He is the HOH. Y'all don't agree with Hassam? Then take it with Hassam.
Look,
She put Hassam's name in the streets. Hassam want her ass gone. She's the leader of that alliance. And because of Hassam going after her, her alliance is crumbling. So he is correct. Because if he gets her out, her alliance is done. So his analysis is correct.
I agree. Do you think Hassam is digging a hole for himself by going too far old school Big Brother?
I think he's digging a hole because he's becoming Michael 2.0. He's already won 3 competitions.
Yeah.
He just won veto. So even people on his side of the house are talking about, oh, he needs to go soon. He can't stay too long. He's winning too many competitions.
I don't want Hassam to go because he's on my fantasy team. Like, I really wish I could drop somebody else. I would drop Matt and Jared really quick.
Jared is the most connected person in the house.
He's connected to
I don't
everyone.
I don't care what nobody say. Jared right now in Big Brother 25 is cool with every single person in the house, other than maybe Bowie. I don't see him and Bowie talking.
Is Bowie even on the show? I barely see her on my TV, on my Twitter, anywhere. That could
Yeah.
be a good thing, laying real low.
Yeah. Izzy hates Cam. If Sari wants Felicia, Izzy, Jared, whoever else to vote for Cameron to go home, then they will vote for him. I think Sari has that much power over that side of the house.
Agreed.
And also, Jag is going to vote for him to go. He's not voting Reilly out. So, y'all, it's much more leveled out than, oh, everybody wants Reilly gone. That is not the truth.
I want to see a split vote too, not just a split house. I want to see people vote for who they really want to go home for their games, and the votes lie where they lie. I don't want everyone voting for what Hassan wants. I don't want everyone to be like, well, what's the vote? So we could all vote the same. Like, I want people to split the votes and let the votes lie however they lie, and we get some good Big Brother.
Yeah, we loved a split house for sure. Do you think? I know with the fantasy points, the girls with Reilly and Hassam are living it up right now. Congratulations to y'all, but they gonna go home soon. So Um,
Right.
we're in for a long game here, you guys. Do you think Hassan will be pissed? Like, well, we know he's gonna be pissed, but on a radar from 0 to 10, how pissed is he gonna be if Cameron goes home instead of Reilly? Because he's made it clear to
What
everyone Reilly is his target.
now you asking me or you asking
I'm
in
asking
general for Big Brother?
you
Because
and
if you ask
y'all,
me,
everybody.
you could be pissed. I said it earlier. Big Brother, the HOH, your only job is to nominate two options. It's not your job to nominate two people and dictate out of those two who gets to go home. You have a free mind. I'm supposed to take account of the two people you don't like, them your two targets. Let me decide which of the two I want out the house. If
Mm,
I gotta ask, that's too much power. And I think that's what ruined Big Brother over the years, where the HOH get to nominate people and this person better go home or I'm gonna be mad. Okay, be mad. You can't do nothing about it for 2 weeks.
right, because you're not safe tomorrow. As
Right.
soon as you're not HOH no more, you're not safe.
Right. So you could be mad. What can you do about it? For you can't get your lick back for 2 weeks, and you have it's not even a guarantee you're gonna get the next HOH the next time you allowed to play. So
That's right.
be mad. I would not care.
We had that conversation when they announced that Jared had the power to save any one house guest. Jared, decided to speak to everybody, and he spoke to the HOH first. And Hassan said, "I don't care who it is, but it can't be these three people." How do you feel about that? How would you have felt if Hassan came to you and was like, "You save whoever you want, but it better not be boom, boom, boom"?
Number one, Hassan is giving us the drama, but at the sake of his own game. Like Hassan, if you already got three targets, just say save whoever you want. And if he happens to save one of your three, well, guess what? You still got two more.
Right. I
So who
thought I didn't think
cares?
I didn't think it was fair for him to like say like it better not be these three people. Like if it was me, if I was Jared and I had the power to save anybody, I would ask him, "So who is your target?" And that's also an opportunity for you to get game, you to get game info. Who is
Well,
your
that is the
target?
game info. Them are his three targets.
Who is your well? No, you don't get three picks with me. You tell me who your one target is, or maybe two people, and I will pick from there because I still have to play my own game. You don't get to take everybody you like off the board and then be like, "Well, you pick from there." Mm-mm.
I mean, but it wouldn't bother me that much. It's what 16 people left in the house, 15. Well, we start with 17 minus 2 is 15. So it's 15 people in the house. If he name off three, as long as he say Sari or some other people that are really close to me, I wouldn't give a damn. Okay, them your three. Okay, I'll let him have it. But if he would have ran down three people and two of the three were in my immediate close alliance,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm gonna save one of them. Period.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
he could have them three targets.
Sari is the one that told him to save Jag. So
I feel like Jared is gonna have a hard time winning this game. Like, say it gets fantasy world, say it gets down to Jared and Sari, everyone's gonna be like, "Your mama helped you through this game."
I think Sari goes home before Jared.
I do too. That's why, if you want to talk, because I know you gotta run real quick. If it gets down, because I heard word on the curb is Sari wants Hassan out next. I think that's an awful move because once Hassan goes, Sari is now the face of the next target, the next big threat. Like if I was Sari, I would keep Hassan as long as I could, at least to jury.
Yeah, it's to be honest, it's okay to have a comp beast if the comp beast is on your side.
If
Like
he's on your
first,
side,
first of
yes.
all, nobody in the old lady gang can win competitions. So when y'all have
Old lady gang, okay.
so the fact that they even have a Hassan playing for them to win comps, they should be counting their blessings. let's be clear here. Felicia, Sari, Izzy, they are blessed that Hassan won HOH for week 2. Because if Jag, Matt, Cam had won HOH for week 2, Izzy would have been on the block, absolutely, and then it would have been any one of the other ones. It would have might have been Sari, Felicia might have been sitting beside her just to get her out.
Yeah.
So for them
Felicia gonna be the pawn of the season.
for them to take their one handgun out of the game is so stupid because it's like,
Very.
what other defense against the other side do you have? Y'all can assume that they're done, but if Reilly don't go home, Reilly's still gonna have the boys with her.
Yeah.
Guaranteed it.
Your mom said not too much on the old lady gang.
That's what I'm gonna call them. That's old lady gang. I'm not calling them bye bitches or the professors. I
don't even know the names. I'm so far behind on Big Brother this season. Like, shout out to CBS real quick. Don't do this next year. It's too much. The fall is my busiest time of the year. I don't have time to stalk Twitter, stalk the feeds. I'm so far behind on Big Brother.
Right, Zuda. Get to jury first. They need to let him carry them to jury and then get rid of him.
Get rid of him on one of these double evictions or a triple eviction where you don't have time to game and it's just like, get on the block. Like, no one can win everything in Big Brother. So you have time to get rid of Hassan.
Yeah.
Let him get do some of your dirty work first.
Your ally winning all the competitions is literally the best positive in the game.
But how close do you think Hassan is to the old people side of the house?
I think Hassan is, first of all, I think Hassan has tunnel vision right now, which is one of his biggest negatives in the game. Like, all he sees is Reilly at the end of the tunnel. That's all. He don't see no other conversations or anything going on. He just sees Reilly at the other end. I do think that once she's gone, however, he's open to working with other people.
Yeah.
I think once his target is gone, he has the possibility to work with a Cameron or work with a Red and Jag and different people.
They said he's not gonna. He said there will be no brown on brown violence. So he has Jag because they're both a part of the Arab community. So that's like a silent thing. Like if I walk in the house and see Jared and Nicole and them, it's a silent thing. Even if we don't vibe, I ain't gonna throw no harm your way. We good. So he has Jag.
You're right, Vontae. He hates Corey. I think Corey would be, he had tunnel vision for Corey too.
What happened? Corey didn't even hit the block.
You just don't like him. Maybe it's the straight white guy thing. Maybe because he's just a straight white guy, he just rubbed him the wrong way.
I guess. All right, y'all. Well, that's our week 2 strategy. That was our 2 cents over week 1. We had to kind of throw this together. Please forgive us. But Beyonce came first.
Yeah, we had a good old time. Angie, I just want to tell the world in front of you that I am so blessed to have you as a friend. And I've known Angie for about 3 years now, 2.5, 3 years at this
almost
point.
3.
Yeah. And meeting you for the first time in person, it was just familiar. I think that's the best word. It just felt like, oh, there go Angie. Come on, Angie, let's come on in the house and get your bag. Let's go have a good time. And I appreciate you. And we had a ball in Atlanta, even though it rained. It rained, but we still had a good old time.
We had an amazing time. And I feel the exact same way. You don't get too many opportunities to make new friends. You know how the song goes, no new friends. But
especially as an adult.
Especially as an adult, because I am a big adult. And I just feel blessed that, I don't know what touched Charles to get in my YouTube comments, but it was just a blessing ever since. And it's always been like an immediate friendship. It was never awkward, even 3 years ago. So It's definitely going to be an annual thing. Hopefully, more than annual. Like, I wish Charles lived in Memphis. I would definitely drag him out the house. And
Y'all, Angie likes to turn up. I just gotta let that be known from the gate. Angie likes to turn up. Surprisingly, of the two of us, I am the homebody. Angie,
yes,
turn up.
I was like, ain't we about to go do something?
Angie is the turn up queen, and
We
I
not
am.
about to take a shot of tequila. What are we doing? Like, yeah, we had a. I'm gonna save some of it for my Beyonce story time next. But yes, if you lived in Memphis, I would definitely be ding dong. Come on, Charles.
Let's get on out the house.
Let's go do
Yeah,
something.
yeah, we had a good old time. We did take some shots now.
We did.
Hmm.
We did some more. Well,
I
we did
did.
some more things.
Save that for the after dark session. But yeah.
Yes. All right. Well, I know you got to go get your workout in. I got to get to the rest of these lives for the day. I'm already. I'm way late for Beyonce. They gonna be mad. Or I might do that one after the challenge because the challenge it's almost challenge time. I didn't even know what time it was, but Beyonce will come after the challenge for the people who cared because I can't talk about Beyonce in 10 minutes. So I'm gonna do the
Okay.
challenge, then do Beyonce. We
Hmm.
lost track of time. Oh,
All
your
right,
mom
y'all.
said welcome to the family. I'm coming. I'm coming to I forget which
I
one of the
told you
Carolinas it is.
it's in North Carolina.
Okay.
I told her to come on out because I got two more bedrooms in this house and we got three bedrooms in the other house.
I'm not staying at the Karen house, and you already know that.
But Angie is welcome to come whenever.
I am coming. I will be there. I don't know when. It probably won't be to 2024. God bless me with to see 2024 because year end is the craziest time of the year for me. So it'll be 2024, but I'll be there.
All right, sounds good. And I think the fact that we've met now and our chemistry and the way we kiki and cut up, it solidified for me that we need to play Big Brother together. We need to play Big Brother together. Absolutely.
We could run that house. We would run the house because our personalities are different enough to where we could fit in different circles.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't be in the same circle. Like Charles could have his clique over there, I would have my clique over here, and then we would run it in the middle and we would
And
run.
watch out for each other. Yes. Now I would have to win some comps because
I ain't winning no comps. I'm just coming to give good TV.
I would have to step it up and win these competitions, which I'm not against. But yeah,
I'll try my best. Like
it would be when I tell y'all would be in for the best TV,
it would be
especially when we secretly meet up and cut up for the cameras
and talk to the cameras. Cause they talking to the cameras this season. I heard that Felicia is giving her grocery order to the camera.
That's it, grocery list.
That's hilarious. I need to get on the feeds and catch some of Miss Felicia because everyone says she's entertaining.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my opinions to myself, but yes,
But
I
Big
I,
Brother ain't gonna be good because they don't give you bottles of wine like back in the day. Like
I
Rennie used to
think
have a glass of wine.
I think it's impressive that there are 4 Black women on this season. That is a monumental thing to have 4 Black women on one season. Um, I thought that was huge out the gate. So yeah,
It's huge that they got Sari to be on here. Like Big Brother has never done a crossover into Big Brother. Like they cross over to other shows, but they never let anyone cross into Big Brother. So I'm really excited that Sari is there. I wish they would have had another African American male, but Jared is handling himself okay.
he's okay. If I was in the house, I wouldn't work with him, but yeah.
I don't.
I wouldn't work with him, and I wouldn't work with Felicia.
Well, me and Felicia would be having a good time.
Yeah, and I think that's where we would be separate. You
Yeah,
hang over there with the old lady gang. And
I
then-
sure would be, because I would be reading Felicia for falling in that pool and messing up all these people microphones.
I think if I was on this season, I would be working with Nicole and Blue. I think Nicole and Blue would kind of be my little secret trio because they're both from two different sides of the house. But then I would be running shit amongst the three of us, and then I would have my secret thing with you if you were there. So, all right, y'all. I gotta go. I
Okay.
gotta go play Venus Serena.
Oh yeah. And I'll be back in 10 minutes for the challenge, and then Beyonce will be after that if you all want to hear it or catch it later. So I'll see y'all in 10 minutes. Charles, I'll holler at you later.
All right, Angie. Talk to you later, my love.
All right. Y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all Thursday. We will be
Yeah.
Thursdays is the Big Brother chat night. So we'll see you Thursday.
Bye.
Bye.